Самый ожидаемый бой последнего турнира в этом году. Сарукян против Исмагулова. Смотри эту битву на UFC Fight Pass всего за 79 рублей и помоги своему любимому бойцу выиграть в битве промокодов. Все подробности в описании.
And all of these action fighters, these are some high caliber lightweights. Giving this fight card a foreign flavor, Damir Исмагулов, 18-fight win streak, is in the white. Guram Kutateladze as a slight underdog is in the black.
You got two guys on massive win streaks fighting in a featured bout on a night where the fights have been absolutely insane.
I mean, Guram has 70 to 80 K1 kickboxing matches, and that's not counting the 500 matches of grappling he's had in, you know, wherever he is all over the world. Like, he's just competed everywhere, so they got a lot of experience, these guys.
Started his martial arts training when he was 4 years old. Kutateladze making his first appearance since 2020 when he fought Mateusz Gamrot. It was a fight of the night on Fight Island.
It was a crazy fight. I called that fight. There was a lot of hype behind both of the guys, and the fight absolutely delivered, and Guram was the one that won the fight. But both guys have, honestly, such well-rounded skill sets that you knew that even on that night that they'd both be around for a while.
Mateusz Gamrot is your main event next week against Arman Tsarukyan, speaking of lightweights from across the world.
I mean, already, when you watch this, just their speed and their accuracy and their reads, they're reading the kicks, they're reading the combinations so well. Right now, everything is about reading and adjusting. And nice body shot.
That was a nasty body shot by Kutateladze.
Georgia is already on the board with Roman Dolidze's first-round knockout win that started our fight card this afternoon, and it has not slowed down since. That was a sign of things to come.
Well, I mean, we had 13 fights. We're at fight 10, right? And we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had like 7 or 8 knockouts. It never happens like that.
Yeah, it's been incredible.
Guram finishing with that leg kick. Almost every combination he finishes with that right low kick.
He's got to defend here.
So good with it.
Yep, there it is. Look, when you are wrestling against a guy like Исмагулов, you have got to be ahead of the takedowns. You can't start defending when he gets there. The moment he gets started, you've got to beat him to the next position to try to deter him from trying to advance to scoring these takedowns.
Damir's jab right now is very sharp, and that's what's really helping him out right now, to see everything that Guram is throwing. That jab that you're seeing out of Damir is just, and his in and out movement, how he hops in and out.
Toyo Tires, the official tire of UFC. Just a quick little fun fact, we've had 7 knockouts so far tonight. The record for a UFC card is 8. We are 1 away.
Oh, we still got some fights too.
We got the fighters to do it, that's for sure. Record for first round finishes on a fight card is 7. We've had 6.
Second time
from
we've
the
seen
clinch.
that.
From Kutateladze.
Oh, he's on him now. He sees that, he reads the blood, and he goes for it.
Big elbows as Исмагулов on the ropes.
Nice elbows there and tight by Kutateladze. Oh, nice
Beautiful trip.
Beautiful foot sweep there.
And that's Muay Thai 101 right there. When they clinch you got him.
He got a bit excited. He got a bit excited trying to change the backside.
Yep. DC, explain the single leg action.
I didn't even get started. That's exactly what you got to do.
So some real adversity, really for the first time in the UFC for Damir Исмагулов, who has kind of really controlled his first 4 bouts. Heavy kick down low for Исмагулов and a nice left hook. And now he's swinging big from in close.
He's got to be very careful when he throws.
Nasty up kick. Kutateladze.
And that's what's so sad about Kutateladze, right? He had that massive victory, and then he was injured in a way. But you got to recognize that this guy is as good as they come. And right away, he just looks as good as he did when we had him on Fight Island.
Under 20 seconds to go in what's been a back-and-forth first round. Исмагулов appears to kind of be fighting something in his right eye. Final seconds of round number 1. Heavy action. Round 2 coming up.
Можно стул?
Стул нужен тебе? Да. Давай стул.
Give me the stool.
Вот он.
Calm down.
Дамир, у него голова спущена вниз. Встречай его снизу, справа,
He always
снизу.
leaning down.
Потом у сетки,
Hit
если
him with the
подошел,
rear
вот,
uppercut.
выпускай локоть. Не отпускай его.
In close range, use the elbow.
Так. Давай.
Come on.
И этот, смотри, передний джеб, он идет, комбинация одна и та же. Раз, два, три, хайкик, локти.
He counter your jab with the same combination, finishing with a high kick. Punish him for that.
У сетки зажимай его.
Control him at the cage too.
UFC Fight Night is presented by Modelo. Second round. Back and forth first round. Kutateladze is ahead in strikes ever so slightly. Also landed a takedown.
Nice jab. That jab has been working really well from Damir. He needs to keep using that and then follow it up. Nice check hook there, moving back for Damir. And those little shots look easy, but the timing on those are incredible.
And as you said, Fitz, Damir has kind of controlled his first 3 fights, and that was a bit of adversity in round 1. First time he's dealt with that, and you can see the urgency at the start of round number 2. He is not going to stand back and allow for Kutateladze to dictate to him.
And for Kutateladze, we mentioned it, first action since 2020. Dom, a long layoff like that. The first round, I got to think you're kind of shot out of a cannon here. How do you settle into it? What's the challenge as you get into round 2?
There's no challenge in any of these if you trained hard, and you can see by this man's structure and the way that he's showing up in that first round. He possibly won that first round, that he's in this. Look at that kick, the timing that he has, and the way that he kicks in general. But what we're seeing out of Damir that's so good is he's being hard to hit. So it's making it hard for Guram to be able to land his combinations, because the way Damir's moving and leaning back whenever you see Guram throw those high kicks, it makes it hard to find your range for your kickboxing combinations if you're doing what Damir is doing. He's being hard to find. Both of these guys are so hard to hit. Yes. You can see that that's what's making it such a high-level chess match, is their defense is through the roof, their wrestling is through the roof, and their striking is through the roof. See, to miss those kicks takes away your range when you got 70, 80 kickboxing matches. If you see in his past fights, he blasts kicks on everybody that he fights to their body, and they eat them. You're not seeing Damir eat those kicks.
Well, Damir is now taking the center. He's not allowing Guram to dictate to him. That is why his jab is more effective this round. That's why he's able to see the strikes. Now you'll see Guram start to get a little bit more successful, because he's going to have to make it.
First shot. And Ismagulov able to fend it off. Ismagulov also using that reach edge of a few inches here in the second round a lot better as well.
Ismagulov did a really good job of taking the underhook, circling to the underhook, and changing the position. Great job by Guram. Recognizing that you can't just settle and wait. High-level mixed martial arts, boys.
Nice 1-2 down the pipe.
Perhaps the biggest strike of the fight, certainly for Kutateladze, was that right cross a moment ago. Follows it up with a combination.
Oh, beautiful.
And another shot.
His head's down, though. So his eyes looking at the mat. You cannot be looking at the mat if you want to finish the takedown.
A 2-3 low kick to a double is a good setup, but you got to have a finish as well. He had the entrance perfect. You got to finish. See, heads down again, as DC says. That means he's not fully committed to the takedown. He's setting it up to land the strike afterward.
Well, when you shoot and your head's down, my intention as the guy defending is to get your head going down. So if you put it there immediately, I don't even have to go to that phase of my defenses.
Dean Thomas, what do you have?
Yeah, the one thing that Damir does is so well is that he doesn't give up real estate. He'll move out of the way just a little bit and then be right back in Kutaladze's face. He doesn't give up space, which is why he's staying in this fight and which is why he's able to get his shots off.
Yep, great point, Dean. And he pulls just back. That was a high level. So see how he's just out of the way, but then he's right back in there, as Dean said. When you make people miss and then you're right back on the pressure, that makes guys tired. Those kicks that we're wanting to see out of Guram.
I mean, that jab is doing a lot of damage to Kutaladze's face. Look at the damage that jab is doing to him.
That hook kick was crazy. It came out of nowhere.
And the reason Damir's jab is so good, because that lead shoulder's always moving. It's up, down, it's forward, it's back. He's constantly moving and just popping that jab on the face of Kutateladze.
Significant strikes close, slightly in favor of Kutateladze, but the live odds tell a different story. They think Исмагулов's just starting to ramp up. Under 30 seconds to go, round 2. And some damage shown on the face of the Georgian Viking.
Neither of these gentlemen are overcommitting either. Their balance is perfect. They never really lean over their lead leg too often. You see, even with their 1-2s, everything stays balanced.
High-level fighting continues into round 3 after this.
Дамир, все нормально. Второй
Everything's
выиграл.
going well. You won the second
Второй
round.
выиграл. Смотри,
You have to win the
просто
third
дыши
round.
и работай так же. Вот он когда идет к тебе,
Keep
ты
working
джебом
the same.
встречай так же джебом.
Keep
Хорошо,
working
Дамир?
with your jab. Meet him with the jab.
Бля, вот это место надо. А?
Work on my biceps.
Встречай его опять так же, останавливай и сразу
Counter
догоняй,
him with
догоняй.
the second.
Потом посмотри, голову отпускать стал. Левый попадаешь снизу, правый снизу, попади ему.
He's leaning his head low.
И корпус почаще.
Use uppercut.
Второй выиграл, он умирает, второй умирает.
He's tired too. He's tired.
The stars will be out at UFC 276. Adesanya versus Cannonier. Volkanovski versus Holloway 3. Pedro Munoz in the Sugar Show. Sean O'Malley and Sean Strickland and Alex Pereira. Does not get much better than that. UFC 276, 2 weeks from tonight from Vegas. Only for purchase on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Third and final here in a fight that's way too close to call after 10 minutes.
Those low kicks are landing more and more for Guram. Landed a calf kick and a low kick on that one. You're seeing him set it up. Now he's faking it. Let's see what that sets up for him. That 1-2's of Damir.
And he followed it up and added a few extra. Drew a smile from Kutateladze.
Because Kutateladze is rolling with the strikes. Those are landed, but not clean. Because as they roll the shoulders, it's kind of ricocheting off your body.
Исмагулов has never been outstruck in his 4. Now this is 5th UFC fight. He's in danger of that as they're neck and neck. Big movement from Kutateladze, but he missed.
Beautiful sprawl there.
Head immediately.
Beautiful sprawl by Guram.
Perfect technique.
Floated the hips.
The head movement non-stop for both of these gentlemen. Never on the center, never just keeping their guard up. Always moving the head. Different angles.
And you can see all that striking experience from Guram, the way that he rotates and moves. Now, for Damir to be striking with him, it's very impressive.
Look at the shin of Damir. It's got a bubble on it from those calf kicks. Just Guram. They're adding up.
Goes in. Исмагулов fires right back. You see Damir mostly headhunting. Kutateladze mixing it up at all 3 levels. Oh man, almost a low blow there. Исмагулov able to shrug it off.
The other thing about both these guys are doing so well that's changed from a lot of the other fights is the fakes and the feints in between with the level changes. All the different looks beyond just throwing the offense. They're faking so much and they're moving their heads so much it's hard to read what's coming for both these guys.
Ismagulov has his hands locked. It'll take a lot of effort to complete this takedown here. Great job by Guram keeping his legs wide, lifting that lock up around his back, opposed to letting it stay on his legs.
And the elbow on the break from Guram. He landed those elbows in the first round. Found it hard to find a home for him in round 2. Under 2 minutes to go in this fight. It hangs in the balance.
Close round, too.
And it is so close that if each fighter makes some sort of big statement in the final 90 seconds, it could swing the whole result.
Yeah, I feel for the judges on this one, that's for sure. They got a tough job here.
Total strike 63 for Kutateladze, 62 for Ismagulov landed. Each of them has thrown north of 150. Kutateladze with 1 takedown, but he's 1 for 5. Numbers so close. Each fighter still fresh with 60 seconds left.
Nice attempts, just the attempts right there from Guram just add a little wrinkle to the striking in this bout. It's a big difference, that adds a lot. Brings a whole different look to the fight when you start adding those takedowns the way he's doing.
Kutateladze is trying to mix all martial arts. It's not just striking. For as good of a striker as he is, he keeps on attacking shots.
That was a nice takedown.
And both shots easy. He did that step through the middle, so he's getting taken down. Look at that. Ismagulov made a mistake there. No, that was in the chest.
That was to the body. That was to the body.
That was in the chest. That was in the chest. That was in the chest.
It off. Oh, no. I hate to have controversy like this in the final 20
that's
seconds.
Hard to see. That's hard to see as the ref, but that was to the chest.
It looked like it went to the chest there. I know it's live action. It's close. But it looked like it got him in the chest.
He's on his way up. That's a tough position for anybody.
The official called a timeout for an illegal strike there. He's claiming it was a knee to the head of a grounded opponent.
That was in the chest.
That was chest.
It was in the chest.
That was chest. It was very close, but it was
very
chest.
Close, but in the chest.
You want to see a doctor?
Let's take a look.
You ready to go?
Let's see.
Yeah, he threw it to the chest. It was a nice throw.
Hey.
He was working his way up.
That was a foul. That was a knee to the head. This is a strong warning.
That's hard.
Anything else?
At least he didn't take a point.
You ready to fight? Okay. You lose the position. You lose the position.
All right, lose the position, not a point.
I think that's a smart thing to do there. Definitely. That would have lost him the fight, losing a point right there with 8 seconds left.
So final 5 to go as they restart. Oh, and a big right hand from Ismagulov closes it out. So a funky final 15 seconds, but what we expected, high-level fighters going toe-to-toe. It's anybody's guess. Official decision is next.
Well, fight fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are the totals. Judge Crosby scores this bout even, 28-28. Judge Lee has it 29-28. Staffen, 30-27. Your winner by majority decision, Damir Исмагулов!